Hey everyone, it's Updog here, and we got another Raid Shadow Legends video for you today. And today we're going to talk about getting you more prepared for the new Legendary coming out. It's going to be a traditional fusion event, and I wanted to cover that just a little bit more in detail and tell you what exactly to expect. But first, before we get started, you see this QR code up here, right up above me, or there's a link down below. You can download Raid Shadow Legends if you haven't already with that code, and you will get right off the bat legendary Elendril, and then level 15 you'll get Tagor, and when you hit level 30 you'll get Ugo. So make sure you use that link or the QR code to download the game if you haven't already. I would appreciate it. But let's get into what exactly a fusion event is for this new legendary Tholen Foulbeard. So I'm going to read a little bit about what the fusion events are here. Alright, so in Raid Shadow Legends, we all know the heart and soul of the game is collecting champions. And as such, one of the best ways to obtain champions is through the monthly events that are held called fusions. These allow you to fuse and obtain legendary champions on a monthly basis. So we're going to do a deep dive into this system, explaining how they work, as well as providing you with tips on how to make the most of each and every legend fusion. So what are fusion events? The idea behind fusion events is combining a collection of specific champions in order to create or fuse a more powerful champion. However, there are multiple ways that these events can present themselves. Traditional fusions, so that's what we're going to have for Tholen Foulbeard. Going to consist of 16 rare champions, 4 epic champions, and the legendary fusion. Rare and epic champions can be obtained via the events that are going to happen, I'm assuming, throughout the month. So the month of June, it's going to start on June 5th. Is what we do know. So the method for fusing champions depends on the type of fusion event. So like I said, we're going to do the traditional fusion. Fragments are typically the most forgiving of fusion events. It requires a lot fewer resources than a traditional. Oh, so traditional... Oh, okay, I see. So fragment champion. So traditional is going to be the harder one. Let's see. Traditional fusions, here we go. This is the relevant one here. In a traditional fusion, for example, we'll use Rosin Scarhide as he is permanently available. He's a permanently available fusion in Raid Shadow Legends. As you can see in the picture below, you will need to gather 16 rare champions. Once you obtain them, you will need to take them to rank 4, level 40, and ascend them 4 times each. Once this step is done, you fuse them into the epic champions, which then require upgrading to rank 5, level 50, with 5 ascension bonuses. This is the final step of the fusion. Once all 4 epic champions are at this point, it's time to fuse your brand new legendary champion. Alright, so we don't necessarily need 20 total champions. It looks like it's 16 champions. You start with that, then you go down to 4 by upgrading them to epic, from rare to epic. As you're required to ascend and upgrade champions during a traditional fusion, you will need to ensure that you have the correct resources going into the fusion, as there will be very little downtime for you to farm this during the fusion event. So what do we need to get prepared for before June 5th? Traditional fusions do have a time limit unless you are ready and summon the champion before the deadline. Unfortunately, your hard work will be completely wasted. Okay, that's why we got to get prepared. So, nope, not fragment fusions. Okay. Not all legendary fusions are going to drastically improve your account. Some of which actually won't at all. A decision needs to be made by yourself, and only you can make this decision. That's kind of why I like these kind of games, the hero collectors, because you can choose, you can spend your resources wisely. Does that sound familiar? And choose what path you want to take, I guess. So we got to ask ourselves, are the resources that it would take to get them worth it to you? Now, Tholen, as you saw in my previous video, he looks pretty crazy. So I think it would be worth using those resources to get him. So this game having a heavy focus on champion collection, many players opt to go for every single fusion no matter what. And this is a good idea if you have the resources available. That's very important. However, especially for early accounts or free-to-play accounts, you need to be sensible with your resources, and if the champion is not going to be worth the time and investment that it would take to collect, it is sometimes worth skipping. I don't think Tholen's going to be worth skipping. Also, during traditional fusions, some of the epic champions, or even the rares, may be more beneficial for your account, so it may be a smarter decision to collect these over the legendary at the end, which will demand fewer resources. That's a good point. Fair point. I think I still want to go for it though. He sounds fun. Overall, fusion events are highly demanding in terms of the resources that you need to invest to complete them, but they can give your account a massive leap. Occasionally, fusions are absolutely game-changing and will enhance every single account, whereas others are more niche and may be less of a priority to collect for your account, allowing you to invest your resources elsewhere. If you're going for a fusion, you will need to ensure that you have plenty of the following resources. So listen up. This is the important part. We need a lot of shards. They are required for the champion chase and summon rush events. So lots of the shards. We have the different classes. There's the common, uncommon, rare, epic, those sorts of shards. Save them all. Hoard them all. Starting now. Start right now. Silver. Yes, silver is a big bottleneck in this game. Make sure you hoard your silver if you want to try and go for Tholen Foulbeard. Energy and gems. These are required for dungeon diver events, dungeon tournaments, and training events. So yeah, hoard your energy and gems. Food champions. During training events and tournaments, you will need to use lots of food to upgrade your champions for points. So, hoard your food. And your food. No, not just your food champions as well. Let's see, an arena team. You also need your arena team. Arena takedown tournaments will require you to farm the arena with your daily battles during their duration. So, make sure you stay on top of arena, and potions will be required for traditional fusions to ascend the required champions. So, save your potions. This is going to be a traditional fusion event for Tholen. So, save those as well. So recap, shards, hoard your silver, your energy and your gems, your food champions, make sure you focus on arena when there's arena takedown tournaments, and hoard your potions. So there you have it. That is all about the fusion events. And reminder that Tholen he's going to be a dwarf. He's a legendary, obviously. He's going to be a big damage dealer, and he is part of the Force factor affinity. So that's the quick recap on him. It looks like you can probably get him to take quite a few turns throughout a match because of how his basic and his passive works. If he lands his weakened debuff on all the enemies, then he gets an extra turn right off the bat if he uses his basic. So if you start with that, then that could be pretty powerful for you. I just thought of this though. I wonder if you could just keep spamming that ability. Like if he keeps landing it. That's interesting. I didn't think about that till just now. That might be something to keep an eye on. If you can just keep spamming, because if he lands that weaken debuff, and he just keeps spamming it, could take infinite turns, maybe? Interesting. But yeah, he has that mechanic in his passive, so if he takes 5 turns, then he gets to basically just automatically use his basic again. And then he has that chance to get another turn right after that. And then with his other abilities. He buffs himself. He weakens the enemies that he's battling against. That's in all modes. Doesn't have to be just arena or dungeons or whatever. It's all modes. He really has a big call out to the corrupted class of champions. He does a lot more damage and things like that to that class. So that's something to keep in mind as well. And yeah, he looks super strong. I hope I have the resources to unlock him, and we'll see how the month of June goes, see if we can get him. So let me know down in the comments what you think about fusion events. If you've done fusion events before, let me know if you think it's going to be worth it to go for him, being a new player. If you think it's going to be possible, I'm going to try my hardest to go hard towards him. And make sure, again, if you haven't downloaded the game yet, hit that QR code up there above or the link down below to download the game. And we're talking about spending your resources wisely, so no better way to sign this off than to make sure you do that. And we will see you in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.